1 year after the Capitol riot, a Sullivan woman charged with participating there could now be facing new charges connected to a crash here at home. Emily Hernandez is suspected of being drunk while driving the wrong way, hitting a car and killing a woman last night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Stark.
I'm Samantha Jones. Vicki Wilson of St. Clair was killed and her husband Ryan was seriously hurt when their car was hit head-on in Franklin County. The collision happened on I-44 west of St. Clair around 7 last night. New at 5, Russell Kinsall spoke with family members and an eyewitness. He's live near the scene of that crash tonight. Russell.
Yeah, right now I'm at the truck stop that's between Sullivan and St. Clair. The accident happened just a short distance behind us here on the interstate. Emily Hernandez was scheduled to be in court on Monday to plead guilty for her participation in the Capitol riot. I talked with Franklin County Prosecutor Matt Becker today, and he said any charges in this case involving the accident won't come until after the toxicology report is returned.
Everybody was first for her. She always put herself last to make sure everybody was taken care of.
She's talking about 32-year-old Vicki Wilson, a wife and mother of 2 sons. That's her niece, Desiree Ramo, on the left, and her sister, Angie Ortiz, on the right. They say Wilson and her husband, Ryan, had been over last night.
Come visit us and give us the Christmas presents they made for us, the signs, and then go get their dinner and then go home and have dinner with the kids. And it was on the way back from getting the dinner.
Truck driver Jeff Barlow recorded this video of this car going the wrong direction on I-44 and cars swerving to get out of the way.
I slowed down, had my four-ways on, trying to get their attention. I was flashing my headlights and tried to warn eastbound about the car.
Barlow said the car was going around 60 miles an hour and he tracked it for 6 miles, trying to get the driver to realize they were in the wrong lane. He said the Wilson's car was in the left lane and a truck was in the right lane, preventing them from getting over. The collision, he says, sounded like an explosion.
The cars were airborne because the one going the right way, man, he tried to swerve and missed the car. But it's too late.
According to the Highway Patrol, 22-year-old Emily Hernandez was the driver of the wrong-way car, and according to the crash report, she was driving drunk. Hernandez was seen on video from the Capitol riot last year holding a sign from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's office. Now she could face new and more serious charges.
But there was no excuse for what she did.
Ortiz says Ryan Wilson's in the hospital and will need surgery. She says he and their 2 children are devastated. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help with funeral expenses, and Ortiz has this plea.
Please don't drink and drive. Please.
One of the conditions of Hernandez's release on bond, the fact that she was allowed to get out of jail while her case moved forward, was a promise not to have any contact with the police. In other words, not to get in any trouble. I reached out to her attorney to ask how the allegations against her in this case will affect that and whether or not she'll be out of the hospital and able to make that hearing on Monday. Still waiting to hear back from that attorney. Live in Franklin County, Russell Kinsall, News 4.